Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. Got another nice pre-owned travel trailer we're going to review today. And this one is a crossover slash toy hauler, and a very nice one, I might add. A 2016 Dutchmen Rubicon. This is the model 2500. Guys, it is 33 feet long. And it has a built-in Onan generator. And I'm telling you guys, I know it's a 16 model, you're thinking big deal, but probably one of the nicest 16s I've seen in a while. And we've had this thing out here for about a week and a half. I just hadn't got down here to film it or even looked at it yet. I had no idea it was this nice, or I would have filmed it a while ago, and I apologize about that. This is a good looking camper. It's way under book. And let's review it. 33 feet long, dry weight 7,700, well 7,690, but we'll say 7,700 pounds for sake of argument. And you can see, guys, it is all aluminum frame with fiberglass exterior. Power awning works great. Does have the LED light strip. You got the little storage tray on the front. You can add extra batteries, spare tires underneath it. You could put cooler on the front, whatever you want to put up there, guys. Gas tanks, if you want to carry some extra gas with you. You do have a power tongue jack. Now, I am running on my generator right now. It does have 30 amp electrical service, and it does have a 4 kW Onan gasoline generator. And if you don't want this generator, guys, let us know. We'll give you a good discount. And we'll keep it, because these are about a year waiting period right now to get one of these brand new, and this one's only got 22 hours on it. So obviously whoever had this paid extra for this generator and didn't use it. So that was kind of a waste on their part. But like I said, that's up to you. We will guarantee it to run. The reason I don't have it running is because we drain all the gasoline out of these towable toy haulers as soon as we get them, because we don't want to suck up, we don't know how long that gas has been in there, and we don't want to suck it up into the generator and have to worry about rebuilding carburetor and all that stuff because of old gas. So that's the first thing we do. But it does have a 30-gallon gas fueling station, which also serves as a gas tank for your generator as well. So 4 kW gasoline generator under a load, like running the AC, you're going to use about 0.5, 0.6 gallons an hour. So that's a pretty good little run time. I mean, if you just carry a full tank of fuel in your 30-gallon tank, that's approximately we'll say 55 hours just to be safe. And you can always carry a couple of 5-gallon cans of gas for extra if you need it. And you're not going to run the generator 24/7 unless it's just really hot outside. So that'll get you by for a long time. And you can see, guys, no delamination on it. Nice shine to it. Of course, I can't really show the back door from right here because we're right up against that fence. Tires still got the tabs on it. Got the alloy wheels. It's got an outside shower. It's got the 6-gallon DSI water heater. It is pre-wired for the solar. So if you got your solar panel, which you do have the plug right here, we can plug it in with the Furion solar kit. I should be able to show you the back door from this side. I can't put it down, but I can show it to you. I do have some outside speakers. All the TVs are in it, the bedroom and the living room TV. They haven't been robbed out or anything like that, like a lot of them you see have. Man. Rear ramp door. And guys, let me tell you something about toy haulers, and well, that's what I call them. That's what they're called, crossovers now. Technically, they're not even called toy haulers anymore. These are the most versatile style RV you can buy. You're not buying it's like the Swiss Army knife of travel trailers. You're not buying one fixed floor plan. This can be a toy hauler. It can be a 2-bedroom camper. It could be a store. You can be a full-time camper with a storage area in the back to keep some of your stuff in. If you got somebody in a wheelchair, why go somewhere and spend $10, $12, $15,000 having your existing camper modified when you've got a wheelchair ramp built in? On a pretty day, you can lower that ramp down, let some fresh air in. Sorry it's so loud right here next to the road. But let's look inside. And plus, I mean, you pretty much use your imagination, guys. And whoever had this thing, I'll shut this door so we'll not hear that road noise. They didn't use it for a toy hauler, because you can see the floor. There's no stains in the floor from tire tracks. There's no stains on the back of the door right here. Oh, I think my light is dead on my camera. But you can see there's no tire tracks, no stains. The walls aren't scuffed up. This is about as nice of one as you're going to get. And I've got everything set up in the maximum storage area. So this is like if you were hauling this thing with a bunch of stuff in it, like toys, or using it for, you know, to put your stuff in, like if you're full-timing or whatever, and you want to maximize your storage capacity, this is how you'd have it. And of course, you can take that chair out. Of course, TV, you know, I got the 8 cubic foot refrigerator, microwave, all that good stuff. But I'm gonna pause the video for a minute, and I'm gonna set everything up for day use area, show you how the Happy Jack bed system works, lower it down so you can see what it looks like. Hang tight, guys, and I will set all that up. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, and just a few short minutes later, look what we got. Amazing the difference, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. That's what I love about these style campers, guys. They're so versatile. All right, here you've got 2 sleeper sofas across, actually 3 of them if you count this one. 3 sofas. All 3 make beds. These 2 sofas fold together, make 1 queen bed. You've got a queen bed up top. There's your ladder. This makes just a small double bed. So you can sleep 4 back here, 5 here, maybe 6 if you put 2 small kids on this couch and 2 in the front. So you can basically sleep 7 to 8 people in this camper. So again, guys, versatility is the key when it comes to a crossover travel trailer. You're not stuck with a rear lounge or a bunkhouse, or you're not obligated to one fixed floor plan. It's a multiple use, like I said, the Swiss Army knives of travel trailers. And that's why I think these are the best deal. Plus, you've got a generator for if you want to go off-grid camping or boondocking for power. You've got bigger water tank and more. You do have a 15,000 BTU ducted roof air. It does have fantastic vent fans. It does have a dovetail in the very back of the area back here around the door, so it's easier to load and unload. That's what I'm saying. These are great for full-timers because you could basically use this for a shelf, because you don't have to raise it up all the way. And you keep some stuff down here. You can actually take these sofas out with just pulling a few pins and take the sofas out completely and have this here for a shelf, and just keep this area back here. It's 8 foot wide by a 5 foot long, just to keep your stuff in, and then live up front, and then have your front bedroom, front bathroom, and all that. So pretty cool floor plan, guys, and a lot of versatility with it. Oh, by the way, if whoever buys this, the safety pins are in this drawer right here. There's your 4 pins for that bed that I removed, and there's your ladder, of course. But anyway, on with the tour. I do have a TV. You can see I'm picking up just antenna, and I've got one in the bedroom as well. Stereo. Here is your generator controls. It primes up and everything. Battery's a little weak, so you can see it primes up good and everything. 22.3 hours. Look how clean this refrigerator is. This thing's not been lived in. This camper's hardly been used, guys. And I feel sorry for the original owners. They spent a lot of money on this camper not to use it. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, this camper is probably 40 grand plus back in 16, especially with the generator. Probably 45 grand. And they put 22 hours on the generator, and you can see from the rest of it, it's just, like I said, I would have done this thing, if I had looked at it, which is my fault, if I had looked at it when it first came in, guys, I'd have done this one just ASAP. It's that nice of a camper. I mean, you just, you know, usually toy haulers, guys, people that use toy haulers as toy haulers are usually pretty rough with them. You know, pardon my frankness, but they are pretty rough with them. I mean, as a rule of thumb. That's why I don't get that many used toy haulers, because most of them are pretty much tore to pieces, and I don't have the manpower to pretty much remodel one or make it brand new again. So I usually pass on a lot of used toy haulers compared to most other brands because of the condition. And look at that, got a big tub in it too. That's nice. Big skylight, even though this thing's 11 feet 11 inches tall total outside length. So this thing's really tall, so you're not going to feel claustrophobic in it. Got a vent fan in there as well, toilet. So, you know, to find a 16 model used toy hauler in this nice of a condition used is very rare. And guys, I looked these things, got a queen bed up front here in the front bedroom. I looked these things up on RV Trader, which is pretty much the definitive source for any new or used RV shopper, to make sure they're still getting a good deal, along with NADA. And I use them both with each other. I'm thousands under NADA retail without even adding for the generator. And then I looked on RV Trader, and there are 14 model Rubicon 2500s. 14, this is 16. 2 years newer. 14 models on RV Trader without the generator. 30 grand. I've got this 16 model with a 22-hour 4 kW Onan gasoline generator that you can't even get right now without a year wait, brand new, and they're about $4,000 new. I got it for under 25 grand with no fees, no upsells. Only other thing you got to pay is plus tax, applicable sales tax. Wow. But that's why y'all watch my videos, guys. Y'all know I've got the best deals in the country right here in Ringgold, Georgia. I've got the nicest RVs. You know, usually you get one or the other. Usually get a good deal on a rough RV, or you overpay for a nice one. Here, you get the best of both worlds. And these tables are all removable too, obviously. Here, you get a nice RV and a low price. And you don't get that just everywhere. Anyway, $24.9, haggle-free firm, includes our major systems inspection, which is performed after purchase. And let me go over with that. And please pay attention to this, guys. Anybody wanting to buy an RV from us, you know, obviously we can't guarantee everything to work. Not for the prices we're selling these for. I mean, we're selling these things, like I said, $5,000 less with a generator already in it than other dealers are asking for one that's 2 years older without a generator. So obviously we got the best prices in the country. Thousands under NADA retail with no added options. So we can do what we call major systems inspection. And that's why I kind of go out of my way in my videos, turn on all the lights, to put the awnings out, make sure it works good, turn the TV on. I try to check everything else that's not included in our major systems inspection for you, so that you can see that they work. Because, you know, it's like I always say, if it's not broken, you can't really fix it, can you? So if the awning works like this one does, the TVs work, all the lights work, you don't, that's 3 or 4 things less you got to worry about not working on when you buy it. Now, the things that my RV techs officially check out when we sell it is we make sure that of course the tongue jack works, steps work like that. We check your water system, make sure there's no plumbing leaks anywhere. Make sure your water heater works on all modes of operation. We make sure that your propane system has no leaks in it. And if we find any issues with either one of those, of course, or any of the other systems that we inspect, we fix it at no additional cost to you. We're going to make sure that generator runs correctly and puts out the right voltage or amperage. That's included. So that's guaranteed to work. We're going to make sure your refrigerator and freezer works and gets to operating temperature on gas and electric operation. We're going to make sure that, well, this unit doesn't have a slide out, so you don't have to worry about that. But I did check the Happy Jack beds. They work. So that's one less thing you got to worry about. So yeah, guys, we guarantee those major systems to work. Now, anything else besides the tongue jack, the steps, the plumbing systems, the propane systems, the roof air, the generator, or the refrigerator, I think it's got it. Yeah. Anything else is sold as is. So in other words, if you get here and it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's sold whether it works or it doesn't work, either way. The only thing is my guys do a inspection on the major systems. Everything else, the Mickey. In other words, guys, we handle the major systems that can ruin your camping trip if they didn't work. We leave the Mickey Mouse stuff to you. Let's just say one of these lights didn't work. You can fix that yourself, guys. That's not going to ruin your trip. Or let's just say you've got a drawer or a cabinet that doesn't open or it's off track. You can fix that yourself. That's not going to ruin your trip. We don't cover cosmetics. It is a used camper after all. I mean, you want one of these brand new, spend you about $45,000, $50,000 and then have to pay all the upsells and fees that the new dealers charge that we don't. That can add another 10 grand to that price. And you're going to get something that this one can do everything a new one can do for less than half price without all the fees and upsells. We can, and guys, we keep things easy, simple, and done. $24.9 plus applicable sales tax. And then we're not going to start cramming warranties down your throat, extended. We're not going to have forced finance options like other dealers do. And they do it in sneaky ways too, guys. Like they'll advertise a price online, but then they'll tell you, well, that price includes a rebate from our preferred lenders that you have to finance through them or you have to pay $2,000 extra. Guys, lender, I'm going to tell you an industry secret. Banks, lenders, finance companies, credit unions, whatever you want to call them, not a single one in the country give actual rebates to dealers or to customers to process an RV loan for that said person. All those rebates are fake. The reason dealers use that for advertising is because they don't want you to pay cash. You know, people think, oh, if I come in with $100 bills, they're going to give me a discount. Guys, yeah, 30 years ago, yes. Modern dealer pricing models, no, because it's all based on financing. To be honest with you, in the next few years, I look for the industry to shift toward, if you go through a dealer, you have to finance. Pretty much cash buyers will have to go through for sale by owners only. Because dealers now, because the internet, everybody price compares. Everybody checks prices. So dealers are forced to advertise a lower price, so they lost a lot of their profit on the front end, which is the profit from what they make, from the profit margin from what they paid for something for what they sold it for. Well, so now they have to make their profit on the back end, not the front end. The back end is the profit they make from financing. They actually, they've got all these lenders, and they've got an agreement with these lenders long before you started RV shopping that the lenders will approve you for a certain interest rate, certain terms, and that dealer can mark it up 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever they think they can get away with. And the dealer gets to keep about 80% of that extra profit from that interest rate marked up. But it doesn't just stop there. They also start pushing products on you or upsells like gap insurance, extended warranties, vacation packages, insurance, tire and wheel packages, roadside assistance. Here's the thing, guys. They sell all these products, and they sell it for 4 to 5 times what they paid for it. So they're making profit on that stuff. And then they're adding it to the loan with the marked up interest rates. They're making money not only on the products, but also on the interest rate. So $24.9. So in other words, if you go, like say me and a big corporate RV dealer like Ripoff World, both have this exact same camper, same price advertised online. Well, here you come, here's $24.9 plus your tax. It doesn't matter how you pay for it. You can go to your bank. You can bring cash, which for your own safety, we ask that you don't bring $100 bills, but we will accept it if you do. It's just dangerous to travel with that kind of currency in 2022. There's no reason to carry $100 bills in that kind of significant amount. I mean, I can understand a few $100 for whatever, to carry with you. I keep a few $100 on me myself at all times. But, I mean, 25 grand, that's, there's no reason to travel that kind of money. We'll take a cashier's check, do a wire transfer. As long as we can verify it, and, we're good. I mean, we're not going to ask you to carry $25,000 in dead presidents here. But like I said, we won't turn it down if you do, but we ask that you don't. So, but we don't care how you pay for it. You can go through one of our lenders. You can go through your bank, credit union, or pay cash, a trade, or a combination of all that. But what I'm getting at, other dealers, if you go to your own bank or you pay cash, they lose money because they lose all that profit they would have made on the back end. So when you come in and say, oh, I got cash money, I want a deal, they'll tell you that. So don't be surprised if they tell you, well, Mr. or Mrs. Customer, well, it's 2022, so I guess it could be either or both. But anyway, I'm not getting into that. But, they could come in and say, well, don't be surprised. They say, well, I'm sorry, but we already sold it to somebody else. Or if they tell you that we already have a deposit on it, another salesperson took a deposit on it. They don't want to sell it to you for cash because they're going to lose money on it. They have to compete on price online, so they knock out all their front end profit and then make the profit back up on the back end. So, yeah, you might pay $24.09 plus tax here and $24.09 plus tax there, but then they're going to add anywhere from a few hundred to a couple $1,000s in dock fees and prep fees and happy camper fees and destination fees and whatever name they can come up with to charge a fee for, which are all nothing but 100% dealer profit. They're going to add that, so that's going to add anywhere from a few hundred to a couple grand to that $24.09 price at Ripoff World or what other dealer you're buying from. And then they're going to start telling you that, well, part of the buy for that $24.09, includes a discount for going through one of our preferred lenders. If you go to your bank or you bring cash, it's $2,000 extra on the price. So, or they'll tell you, some of them even put it in their advertising. We only sell to people who pretty much go through one of our lenders. I've done that on my channel before. Showed you some ads from a big dealer up north. They put that in all their RV Trader advertising. You must go through one of our preferred lenders to buy this camper. In other words, don't go to your bank. Don't bring cash because we're not going to sell it to you. If you do, you got to go through one of our banks because we can make money on financing. We don't want to lose that profit. And then here comes those upsells, that gap insurance, those extended warranties that's marked up 4 or 5 times dealer cost. And $24.09 suddenly turns into 40 grand at the flip of a switch. And when you're getting taken for a ride because the dealer starts shifting your attention away from the price. They use the price to get you there, but once they get you there, they get a slick talking trained salesperson to get your attention away from price and to payment. They close you on payment, not on price. Most people, all they care, and it's human nature, guys, and I've been guilty of that myself. All you care about, what's this going to cost me a month? Guys, you need to go against that, your nature, your instinct, and concentrate on how much you're financing. Keep that amount financed as low as possible. Obviously, keep your interest rate as low as possible. Check with your bank or credit union to see what kind of rates and terms they can do in an RV before you even start RV shopping. Because, guys, let me tell you, the more information you have, the better deal you can get. And never, ever, ever be afraid to, if it doesn't feel right, or it feels like you're getting taken advantage of, or they're trying to rip you off, never be afraid to stand up, tell them thank you, but no thank you, I'm going to buy one somewhere else, and leave. Guys, go with your instincts. There's plenty of other RV dealers out there and other for sale by owners, and there's plenty of other RVs out there for sale. You're not married to one dealer or one particular RV. And always get an RV inspected. I recommend you get this RV inspected. Any RV on my lot, I recommend you get inspected. I recommend any new RV you're looking at, you get inspected. Or any RV from for sale by owner or another dealer. You get an independent third-party inspector to look at it. Spend a few $100s for peace of mind. I mean, I know this one would probably pass with flying colors, but that way you know. You don't take my word for it. Don't take my salespeople's word for it. Or anybody else's word for it except the third-party, unbiased opinion. And again, guys, we only guarantee the major systems to work, so you need to come look at the RV and inspect it for yourself so you know what works and what doesn't before deciding to buy it or not buy it, or have a professional do it on your behalf. And that way you know, hey, I might have to spend a day or two fixing these odd little ends and odd little things, or pay somebody to do it, or the inspector may look at it, or you may look at it. I can't find anything wrong, and say they can't find anything wrong with it of any account. I mean, every used RV and every new RV's got something wrong with it, but I mean, you know, it may be something you can fix in a couple of hours with a couple of hand tools. I mean, it may be nothing you even want to mess with. So that's why I tell people, guys, it's just use your brain. Don't let your emotions overcloud your judgment. That's how so many people get ripped off. I know, guys, y'all get tired of hearing me say the same stuff in every video, but, you know, you got to look at it from my point of view. I'm 5 miles from a rip-off world. I get their victims here. I had one this morning, guys, and it's just, sometimes it's absolutely crazy. And I can almost, it's almost like I'm a fortune teller sometimes. When I hear there's somebody there with a trade-in they bought from rip-off world, and they still owe on it, I can pretty much tell you the way everything's going to go. They're going to tell us what they think they owe on it. They're going to tell us what they think it's worth. We're going to look it up. And then we're going to call their lender like we do on all trade-ins to verify the payoff. They're going to get the payoff from the lender, and it's going to be thousands and thousands, $10,000 higher, in some cases more than they thought. We're going to show them online what they're bringing online on RV Trader, just like the ones they want to trade in. And they're going to realize then, crap, I'm $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 upside down in my trade-in. And then we start telling them about all the upsells and the fees that they signed up for when they bought their new RV 3 or 4 or 5 years ago that they bought from Rip-Off World. And most of them get mad, and sometimes they get mad at us because they think we're all the same, but we're not, and they kind of give us a bad name. But a lot of I've had them crying in front of us before. They had no idea how bad they were screwed, because banks now, they don't want you to finance more than one's worth. A used RV, they want you to have 10% down. On average, 10% down or more the better, of course. So if you've got negative equity in some, you got to get that negative equity paid off to where you're getting you've got the payoff down to what you're getting on trade, and then you got to get 10% more on top of that. So, yeah, guys, it's when you buy a new camper or a new RV from these big dealers, don't expect to be able to just jump around in a year or two and trade it back in for something else because you decided that, hey, this is my first RV. I thought what I wanted and what I needed, and now that I've used it, it's totally different than what I realize I actually need after being an experienced RV owner. Tough. You're stuck in it, guys. Unless you've got a lot of money saved up to pay your payoff down, chances are you're going to own that camper for probably 6 to 8 years before you get the payoff down. Or motorhome, 6 to 8 years before you get the payoff down to where you can sell it or trade it off for close to your payoff. So you're stuck with it. So that's what I tell people. Never buy a new one. I mean, you don't need to buy a new one at all, but especially for your first one. Because you can get stuck in one really fast. And these big corporate dealers really take advantage of first-time RV shoppers. That's what they're notorious for, are first-time RV shoppers. And that's usually the ones that are the number one victims. But that's how they stay in business. Like my grandfather used to say, big dealers don't become big dealers by giving people good deals on RVs. They become big dealers by maximizing profits. And, you know, the people are willing to sign on it. I mean, I don't think they're going to sit there and say no. It'd be like me advertising this thing for $24,900 and then winded up costing anybody that buys it $40,000. I'm not going to do that, but that's what most dealers thinking are. And they're surely not going to say no to that. So, anyway, guys, here is $24,900 plus applicable sales tax. That's it. We do offer a weight distribution hitch and sway control for $500 installed, if you need that. And we can hook you up with the delivery service if you need delivery. Just contact one of my salespeople. We'll give you the website and phone number of the delivery service we use, and you can talk to them, tell them you know, what kind of services you need, where it's got to go to, what kind of camper it is, and they'll get you a quote, because they can do the full setup. They can do, or you know, they can even do an on-site RV education. They can do, they can even help prep your lot if it's locally. They can even help prep your lot for an RV if you're going to leave it somewhere permanently. So, and they can do that and much more. So that's and we can set you up with them, and or we can deliver it ourselves, guys. If you're local and you just need it dropped off at your house or whatever, because my drivers are not trained to do all that. All they do is just pretty much drop it and go. You know, we can do that fairly reasonable too. So, but anyway, guys, give us a call if you got any questions. 706-965-7929. Didn't mean to rant on this one, but I just you know, anytime I have a victim, a rip-off, we're kind of, you know, we're human, guys. We tugs at our heart too. I know these people didn't ask for that. And by the way, we couldn't help them. I mean, there's nothing we could have done. I mean, I can't pay somebody $15,000 over retail for a trade-in, because what am I going to do with it? I'm not going to do that to somebody else by putting it on here on the lot for that. I mean, that's not going to, you know, that's not going to help them out, and they didn't have any money to pay the negative equity. So, like I said, it's a sad situation that literally thousands of people are in right now. I just wish they would have listened to me first. And I'm not saying come here to buy. Yeah, I would love for you to, but guys, if you don't come here to buy, find an independent mom and pop dealer, guys. I know we're few and far between anymore, but stay away from these corporate dealers. Find an independent mom and pop store, not a franchise, and give them your business. Even if it's not us, at least do that, guys, because I dread the day, and I really hope that day never comes, but one day it may be all corporate dealers. I mean, look at the car business. I mean, look how many few independent new car dealers are there anymore. Everybody's part of a large group now. Everybody gets bought out. I mean, every new car store you see is part of a 300 or 400 store large group, corporate group. And what happens? Prices go through the roof. Because who are they competing with? Each other's stores. Themselves. So they win either way. Whether you buy from them or another store in their network, they win either way. The corporation does. I'm not one of those big anti-corporation people, but when it comes to RV business, I can see the evil they can do, and I see it firsthand, guys. So just be careful. The biggest is not the best in the RV business. Trust me on that. The biggest dealer is not the best. That's the opposite. It's the worst. If they got that kind of money to expand like they have, then they're ripping people off. That's the way I look at it. We've been in business 53 years, guys. I mean, we're not going anywhere. Thanks again for watching. Hit that subscribe button. If you're interested in this, which I'm sorry, I guess I kind of got off topic. If you're interested in this 16 Rubicon, it's $24,900. Let us know if you're interested. If you got questions, 706-965-7929. And I know y'all get tired of hearing me say the same thing, but I like to think that, and I have been thanked before, that I'm saving somebody some money somewhere, keeping them from getting ripped off. And if I can do this and just help one person per video, then it's worth it to me. It really is. Then I've done my job. And I'm not asking for a sale. I'm not asking for praise. I'm asking just to listen to what I say and use it when you go RV shopping. Don't shop by payment. Always find out the exact amount you're paying in financing. That's what you need to work on, not the payment. Payment falls in line with how much you finance. Check with your bank, credit union. If a dealer tells you that it costs you more to go to your own bank or credit union to get a loan or pay cash, or you lose a rebate, which is pretty much the exact same thing, I'd find me another dealer. But at the end of the day, it's your choice, it's your money. Thanks again for watching. Look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.